A literal reading of the prehistory of music began 40,000 years ago. And when you ask the question, who started music, different people have put forward several answers, which includes crediting a character from the book of Genesis named Jubal, who was said to have played the flute or the amphion, a son of Zeus. He was given the lyre. One popular story from the Middle Ages credits the Greek philosopher Pythagoras as the inventor of music. But whoever it is, I'm sure that humanity is thankful to them, as we have all seen how music has influenced our world and how it can influence our emotions. It still baffles me how one song can make you cry, yell, smile, and in fact reminisce events. Today we're going to be talking about the sound of music, and the musical sound can be described as any tone with characteristics such as controlled pitch and timbre. The sounds are produced by instruments in which the periodic vibrations can be controlled by the performer. Hello and welcome to the BTS. My name is Damilola Alije, and you know how we do it on the BTS. We talk about everything that is going on behind the scene of the entertainment industry generally. We'll go on a quick commercial break, and when we return, I'll be unveiling my guest on the BTS today. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back to the BTS. We said we're going to be talking about sound of music today. And with me, I have a prolific sound engineer and mixer by the name Iloyi Oluwole Adebayo, popularly known as Indomix. Indomix is chiefly a producer and music engineer who is responsible for the first-class mixing and mastering of many songs in Nigeria. Indomix put together the vocals, the ad-libs, the sequence, progression, After Effects, finishing and gloss of many songs. Without some of the work that it does, you probably would have a headache listening to your favorite hit list that you've been listening to in years past. So I have with me Indomix in the studio. Hello, Indomix.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
I can see that. You don't need to tell me that. Yeah?
How have you been, though?
I've been good.
Generally, looking at everything.
Yeah, I've been good. Music is life, you know. Whenever you want to think or do anything, just go to the system, play music. You surely gain yourself back. You know, that's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
Okay, so we're going to go straight into the questioning. We said we're going to be talking about the sound of music, really how sound is music. So I'm going to ask, what is your story, really? How did you get into sound mixing?
Whoa. It's long gone. But what's really happened is I was a musician when I was in secondary school. I sang. I have a group. Then we are 4 in number. So whenever we close after school, we used to, instead of us taking bus home, we just trek because the place is far. So most of the students will want to trek with us because 4 of us will just catch fun from the school to outside of the school because the place is far. So from there we noticed that this thing is nice. So we need to go to what's it called, DJ studios. So they have all this round disc then. So from there they extract instrumental for us. So we split everything we had on it, then give us as tape. You understand? That's demo. That's what we call demo then. That was 98. I came to Lagos where I know nobody. So from there I met Z-Word. He's not alive anymore now. But in Yoruba, call him for So he accepted me, gave me someone to work with. So I was cutting with the person, living in one room, go to one place. Inside one room, as a producer, I have a lot of clients, a lot of people working with me as a producer then. But what I noticed, what makes it turn me to sound engineer fully is this. When I noticed a lot of people bring their song, but it wasn't sounding like my own sound. And when I listened to your song, I noticed this song is this song is nice, but you know what? Can you collect the data from me? Let me work on it. So I started working on people's data, working on producing for people, working on people's data. Before I know, a lot of data are on my table than production. So I started. From there, I met Face, because I was working with Terry G2. I met Face, Ezio. Started working with Face, starting from Kolomenta till date. And from there, Face was the one that named me Indomix.
Great.
Because that time I was still looking for, at times I'll be ID Dawit, ID card. I'll be, even in one of Terry G's songs, you hear ID card, too good. This is my life, so make I live on the way me I like. Inside his first album, I was the one he was referring to, but my name was stable. Well, Face now gave me the name. Why can't you be very Indomix, because you mix? Oh, I was like, this is nice. Ever since then, I've been using the name up to now. Then I started mixing people's songs, mixing Face song, mixing many songs. But my first song, let me just tell you, is Only by Sultan to Face and before.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
So, the first song that you definitely mixed that was like a hit was the Abamike Bioli. Was that the first song?
Yes.
That was a hit.
Was the hit. Then my first hit song was Only by Sound Sultan.
Fantastic.
Featuring Two-Face and W4.
That was definitely a long time. You know,
92
that was a long time. So I really would just like to know, you started as a music artist. You wanted to be a musician.
Yeah.
And then you moved into mixing. What exactly was the thing that made you say, okay, let me just probably drop music for now and then face mixing? Was it that music wasn't paying and the mixing was bringing in more money, or what exactly?
You know, people say jack of all trades is master of none. I know that I'm good at that. And in production, I don't play keyboard, but I know how to produce. I know in my aspect while producing, I'm good at that too. You understand? Then mixing, if you combine the both, you'll be able, when you understand sound, you'll be able to mix very well. You understand? It's not that it's because of music is not paying off or something. If I still stand on that music, I will still be where I am, even more than. You understand? But I just keep it like you coming from office. When you off your suit, you won't drop it, you hang it. Whenever you want to wear it again, you pick it, you put it on. So that's music for me. I just hang it. But I'm about to pick it, I will still pick it, because I've been writing for people too. Fantastic. You understand? It's not that I dropped the music, I just want to focus, I want to see what I'm doing. And at the end of the day, this mixing of a thing is really helping, you know?
So, a music producer and a sound mixer, what's the difference?
Sound engineer.
And a sound engineer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sound engineer, music producer will bring different sound. Music producer might bring, let me just say that, snare, hi-hat, kick, tom, instrument, match them together to form unique sound, which is instrumental. You understand? And a musician will put his own voice too, because to me, voice too is like a sound.
Yeah.
Whenever you are producing, you have to leave space for vocals too. So we'll put his or her voice on the sound. So when you guys are recording, you just see that, this is good. But for people to hear it outside, sound engineer go through those things one by one, filter them, make them, put them at their right position in a song. You understand? Some, maybe when they are producing, maybe one tom is too loud, or one hi-hat is too loud, or one something is too loud. But sound engineer will sit down, listen to it. Okay, this one's supposed to be at maybe 2 dB. This one was supposed to be at, let's say, minus 4 dB. This one's supposed to, we arrange it, we make it unique. And we now jump into voice, put the right effect on them. When we now match them to, you know, we have instrumental and a cappella now.
Yeah.
We match them together, and that's a song. You understand?
Yes.
Matching them together, balancing them. That's our own job. Okay. We have to make it sound good to the listeners, so that you might. Let me just say that, you know, some songs are evergreen song. Once you keep putting them on your gadget, you still keep liking them. And some songs are just seasonal songs. Some, let me just tell you, like, don't let me mention songs. You understand?
But everybody knows that.
Knows that.
Yeah, so it's
some
fine.
Popular songs, you just hear them. Then after like 3 years, when you listen to them, you won't like them anymore.
You can mention a popular song.
Yeah, don't let me mention. So
okay.
That's the sound cause some things. Okay. You understand? Some errors. If your song didn't sound well, it will just be good to people's ears for some period of time. Later, they will now notice, have I been listening to this since? Because it was fresh. You might not even know. But when they mix it right, 100 years, when you hear the song, it will still be sounding good and clear. That's our job.
Amazing. So what we're trying to clear now is that it's not really the music artist that makes a song evergreen. It's the mixing of that song that makes a song evergreen. Affirmative.
Yeah, I understand that. I can give you part. Musician at times, when they give you good melody, when they give you good song, if you didn't mix the song well, you can never call it evergreen song, because by the time you hear it later, you might not even like it. But when the musician give you his own best, and we sound engineer put our own best too, that's evergreen song.
Give me an example of an evergreen song that you have worked on, and then you can actually say.
Don't let me mention my work alone.
Okay, any evergreen song that you know.
See, how many songs am I going to mention?
You mentioned at least 3 or 4, anyone. But I just really want to have an idea of what an evergreen song is, so that when people are like, yeah, I think that this is very right.
Okay, hear this Sultan song. Though that time we don't have good gadgets in this country, but it's still evergreen song because he did it right then.
Okay.
Hajodabile, no matter where you go, don't forget the area. Nananja, batile pada wale. So that song, and look at this Davido song 2, If, and the other song with after that If you hear those songs 100 years, you still surely pick the song.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, I do.
Then hear Face. The slang is not evergreen slangs, but if you still hear that Kulumenta up till now, you stand up.
That's true.
If you hear there be two, later become three, they run things together, live in peace. And if you hear originality right now, you still stand up.
So it's the mixing that made those songs.
Mixing is very, very important in songs. There are some songs that if you hear them up to now, I won't mention names. I will only mention good ones.
Okay.
If you hear them now, you just yeah. You don't understand?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
That's just it.
Let's talk about the technicalities of sound mixing. What exactly is the process like? what do I have to know to be a sound mixer or to be a sound engineer?
It's not that much.
It's not that much.
It's not that much.
Okay. What do I have to know really?
But you have to know it very well.
Okay.
You have to know music. You might not know how to sing. You have to understand music very well. Then you have to understand, if I say music, it's general.
Okay.
Yes, okay. You have to know how to coordinate vocals. And you have to know how your sound supposed to sound like. You understand? You have to know how your sound supposed to sound like. And the most important one is you have to train your ears. That's why I used to say it's all about the ears. Now, waiting you hear. Waiting you know hear, they nothing force you. You understand? You have to open your ears. You have to train your ears. Open it. To be able to hear every sound that is going under anything. Even if I'm walking, if there is noise, another sound comes in, I'll surely tell you something is wrong. I'll now need to calm down. That's it. Your ears.
What inspires you to do the things that you're doing? You've been doing for a very long time. Like for as long as anybody can remember. So what is the one thing that really does inspire you to do this?
Yeah, from the very my tender age, I love music. Don't let me lie to you. Two things. If not music, you'll be a soldier. You understand? But thank God I'm in music. I no get power for soldier again. Yeah, I know they carry gun. It's too heavy.
A lot of people just want to go into the music industry and they don't know that there are so many layers to music. There is a sound engineer, there's a music producer, there is maybe the music video producer, there's a director, there's so many things. There's the A&R, the guys who ensure that the music go well. And they don't really understand what exactly the business aspect of sound engineering is. You do a lot of work for celebrities. If I call Indomix and I say, oh Indomix, I want you to sound mix for me and I want you to do this project for me, what's like the pay frame like?
I can't tell you my price on
no
air.
Not the price, but is it something that is profitable? Is it something that when people go into is more or less like just doing music?
I've been doing this thing alone for decades. You understand? And I have a house that I'm building. Almost done. That means I'm doing great. If you have patience, you will surely be there.
So is there a community of sound engineers in Nigeria? Is there even a community for the music industry for people to be able to collaborate or people to be able to do a lot of things, or everybody's just working independently?
I too, don't let me lie to you, if there is community, I would like that. But we have a lot of pride in entertainment business. But if you are not wise, you fall. You understand? You have to relate with everybody, but just be wise. That's it. We are supposed to have a lot of pride. Somebody that came, let me just say that, came into the industry yesterday would be, let me just say, gallivanting for somebody that's been there for decades.
So there's no mixture between the old and the new. Everybody is doing...
Everybody are doing... Normally, if I mix for you, if you're my fan, without hearing my name, you know that this is Indomix.
Okay.
Job.
So how do you bring out your own... How do you create your own sound that your own fans or people be able to know you did that job?
My ears.
Great.
You understand? So that's just it. Another person will just come with his own style too, and which it will be fine too. I don't discriminate. If you come with good song, maybe you've mixed your song before and you don't like the mix. You can't come here and tell me, Baba, hear this mix, is it good? No, do normally tell them, don't tell me that. I don't spoil people's business. If it is, let's say, Kali mix, I did the job, that is Kali mix. If you want Indomix, it's different. Just tell me you want Indomix. Don't tell me to judge someone else's job. No, I can't do that. That's what I used to tell them. If you want to work with me, you work with me. I'm open.
So what is the quality of sound mixing for music in those days when you used to do it and it was hot, like we were saying, those songs that you were listening to now? Is it that it is progressing, or it is not? It's not what it used to be like before?
One thing about our sound now, majorly all vocals sounds the same now. There's no uniqueness in people's vocals.
Well, why is that?
What's really happening before? We don't. There's something they call auto-tune in music. Everybody sings. Once you put it, it makes your voice sounds fine, but not unique. Sound nice, not unique. You understand? Once you can sing, put it. But when we started this game then, if we put it inside someone else's, we want to spoil the song. That's why you'll be hearing like 5 songs. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? But by their voice, you're supposed to know them. Auto-tune is good, but just little. You understand? You have to do it manually so that people can know that this is the originality. If I sing for you today, tomorrow you hear another song, you will know that this is my voice. But now, who is on this song? No, this is not so person. This, no, is it the one? You understand?
Yeah, I do.
You might hear 10 songs, all of them sounds alike.
So what can be done to change that, or is it that that's like the new norm?
No, I won't blame some engineers and I won't blame some producers too, because artists will surely tell them this is what they want. And if you want to retain your artists, some listening to them. They will say, okay, let's do it. But I will talk to the artist. Let's do it this way. If you didn't do it like your uniqueness won't show. If you do it like this, your uniqueness. You understand? If he or she agrees, we'll work on it. If you said, no, I still want it, like, okay, is that what you want? Okay, I'll do it for the person.
For them.
You understand?
Yeah, I do.
So if the person come later and say, I said, I told you. You wouldn't listen. So let's just...
So is sound mixing teachable, or sound engineering? Is this something I can come and sit and then I'll learn?
Yes, teachable. I have a lot of pros that have passed through me, man.
You can at least mention any, because I feel like a lot of people like yourself who work behind the scene and do fantastic work behind the scene are not being recognized as much as they should be. The artists, the producers and the directors get all the credit, but the people, like you said, that make the sound, that make a song evergreen, are never talked about. Why? You don't even get the credit at the end of the song or even at the beginning of a song, compared to what you have in Hollywood and, other music industry around the world. The people who work behind the scene get their credits. But people like you who do these things don't get the credit that you deserve. Why is that?
I can't say per se, because when God says yes, nobody can say no. Everybody, in this country, in terms of award, people gives people the likes award. They gives their people award. They don't want to know because I believe if you are not giving the people you know or people you like award, and you are doing entertainment award, you're supposed If it's his only music award, you're supposed to know the beginning and the end of the awards. You must know that we have sound engineer, we have producers. If not, because maybe they will just say that they want to even remove producers out of it. Why they are doing that is because when they give known artists, when they give them awards, when they need them, they will surely answer them. Okay, even now, I don't believe you have to call me for award. You give me, you place me with best sound engineer of the year. I won't go. Because I've been working for decades. You didn't give me them. The only thing I can come for honorary award. If you want to honor me, you've done well at the past. Because you can't be putting me and some together. Okay. You understand? Normally. But if you want to honor me, Indomix honorary award, sound engineer, you've been working, I will go. I will collect it. You understand? So because if you want to, they give award for reasons.
So that's for the awards. What about the artists themselves? When you mix their song, and those days you will, in those music, you would hear that this person mix it. But right now, we don't get the feel of who's doing the mixing of those songs.
No, they still put at the end of the song. They still put it at the end of the song. But one thing about artists, once they mix their song onto the next one, they don't even send you. They will surely call you when they need you again. That's them. All of them. All of them. Not only one. Okay, let me just say that. Sound Sultan used to call and check up. How are you? Sound Sultan, yes. Sound Sultan is the brother.
Great.
I didn't see him as an artist to me. He's a brother. How is everything? Longest time. Wow, hope all is well. Fine. So, but if all of them now, I've been working with them. If they should hear that, Omo Indomix. So you don't die now. You just see they've not been posting me. Even my birthday. They say that Indomix is dead. You just see, we miss you, bro. And all of them will be posting, we miss you, bro. We miss you, bro.
And the people will know that you are now a sound engineer.
They will know that. What's that? Indomix. You know that? Indomix. He's the one now. Oh, hey, yeah. That's this country for you. It's normal. It's normal. It's normal to them. So we too see as normal thing. They like celebrating someone's death.
And not really the work.
And not really the work.
So what can be done to create room for more inclusivity, that everybody is recognized? We're not saying everybody should be a celebrity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what can be done so that at least people are recognized for the work that they do? Not even in terms of award, but just so you know that this person did this.
The only thing, you just think out of the box for yourself. Then, when we started, producer will call us, give us money. Indo, let me give you 2.5, 1.5. So that sat me down. He said, Indomix, think out of the box. Keep putting your name in songs. That was why I said Oli was a song. Was the first song I put my name. I've been working for a very long time, but Oli was the first song I put my name. I put it at the back. Sultan was the one that called me. What's wrong with you? Kilo check on. I was like, okay. After that time, I started putting it in the front. So then you hear, before any song, you hear Indomix. The song will start. Before you hear any song, Indomix. So people are now looking for me directly, not from a producer.
Great.
When he said you should think out of the box, that was what I did. So before you know now, a lot of people coming out, I'm a sound engineer, which I opened the door for them all. I was the first sound engineer to put name in the song.
So what's your advice to, people in the industry who are probably working behind the scene and also in front of the scene to ensure that, the industry is growing, we're now global. We've left the shores of Nigeria. We're now competing in the international market. What is your advice to ensure that we keep producing quality mix, quality song? Like, how do we stay true to ourselves?
Yeah, my advice to them all is just to think out of the box too. In the first place, they might not like it. You understand? When you put, then when I put my, if I should put my name in some artist, known artist, then they say, no, don't put your name. I said, it's my credit now. I have to. How will I have my credit now? So they will write paper, I'll put it in there. How many people they read paper? You understand? So some, I forced it in some songs. At the end of the day, they are the one requesting for it.
You also said you're going back into music, but it's going to be for fun. So when are we expecting something from Indomix?
Yeah, I'm dropping one song. I did one song for DJ Kezino.
Okay.
Time. The name is Time. I was the one I sang from the beginning to the end. He just scratched on the song because it was for DJ Kezino. Oluwa loni de. That's part of it.
But when is the song coming out?
Give me 2-3 weeks.
2-3 weeks. Okay,
Yeah.
That's exclusive to us from the BTS show. Thank you so much. We've had a fantastic time with you learning about the sound of music, and it's really great work that you're doing. We just wrapped an interview with Indomix. Indomix is a prolific sound engineer in Nigeria, and he's been doing fantastic work for himself over the decades, and it was an honor having a conversation with him about the sound of music, which is basically what we did today. Remember to join us same time, same station next week on the BTS, where I will be having another interesting conversation with another prolific somebody in the industry. You need to tune in to find out. Till same time, same station next week. This is the BTS. Remember to follow us on all of our social media platforms, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at iBrandTV. You can also follow us on our website too at www.ibrandtv.com.